Greetings, adventurers and listeners, and welcome back to Epic Tales and Enchanted Tomes. I am your Dungeon Master, Douglas W.T. Smith, and welcome to the second session of 2024 in this homebrew blended campaign. If you haven't listened to the first session, please go back and listen because this will make so much more sense at what Deep Summit is and why the players are there. So please make sure you go back and listen and watch it on all your platforms, on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, and Twitch. You can watch the highlights on there as well. All the links will be down below. And if you have any comments, please chuck them in the comments below as well, because I would like to hear what you think about this homebrew blended campaign. So make sure you are subscribed and following so you can see where this homebrew blended campaign is heading and why I keep mentioning it's a homebrew blended campaign. If you haven't picked up on the adventure book that I have been working from, that's okay, because it will all make sense in due time. So please make sure you subscribe and follow and keep up to date with the journey that the players are all embarking on. I also forgot to mention that I'm going to be doing something a little bit different, to add something, a new flavor to Epic Tales Enchanted Tomes. I'm going to be trying to add weekly interviews with either players or other dungeon masters to see what questions and what struggles or what achievements that they have come through their campaigns and their sessions with other tables. So keep an eye out for that, because that's going to be coming pretty soon. I'm going to put out a public post on the Facebook Australian Dungeons and Dragons, but this is open to worldwide. I want to share Epic Tales and Enchanted Homes to all the viewers and all the players and all the dungeon masters, to make sure that we can all come collaborate and share our experiences and laugh and cringe at some moments, some nat ones that we've rolled, and celebrate those nat 20s that we have rolled, and some that have really hung on to our memories. So make sure you are subscribed and following Epic Tales Enchanted Tomes so you don't miss out on these shared experiences with dungeon masters and players across the world. Without further delay, here is the second session of 2024 and Epic Tales Enchanted Tomes. Okay, cool. So with your last move, Eleanor, Linen, which is actually thought short for Linantheon. Linen sees the kobolds falling down in front of her, and she has a short sword, and goes to attack the kobold that's in front of her, the purple one there. And as she's swiped to hit that, the kobold's taking a step back and moving closer toward the other one there. And with that, the blue one has pulled out its... So I'm just getting this stat box up before. Yeah. And with they have an advantage because the pack tactics with the other kobold that's close next to them. So, and as the kobold swings the dagger on toward Linen, Linen sees it coming, steps back, missing the attack. Up the top there, the kobold sees the weapon appear but beside it, and I just want to read with the weapon, can it be attacked? Just double checking. I think it can, and then just like if it gets hit,
yes,
it doesn't have a HP. It just like if it gets hit, it just vanishes.
So spectral weapons do have hit points, and they can be hit.
Okay. So the hit points for choose. might just have a look at and see how much hit points you have, because it doesn't mention on here how many hit points you would have for it. Just give me a second. With that, I'm actually going to turn the light on. It's already getting dark.
Is it called spiritual weapon?
Yeah, spiritual weapon.
Yeah, spiritual weapon.
So yeah, spiritual weapon.
So it says in the trusty old player's handbook. Put a floating spectral weapon within range that lasts the duration until you cast a spell again when you cast. So this is saying exactly what it says on there, but it doesn't mention it being hit. How about we do this? Let's do something.
Reddit to the rescue.
Reddit to the rescue. Is that what you're on? Reddit?
Oh yeah, I was just googling.
I was just gonna wing it. I was just gonna create something up. If you're happy with it. Alana, can you roll a custom D8 for me, please?
Yeah.
And then that's going to be the hit points for...
That's a lovely roll.
Let's kick it off. I'm just curious about how I'm going to do this with the AC. I
think spiritual weapons have the same AC as the caster.
That's okay. Alright, cool. Alright, that settles that. So you've got 1 hit point, but with an AC of 19 for your spiritual weapon. Are you happy with that?
I'm happy with that.
Okay. Alright, cool. So the kobold's like scrambled towards this thing that's appeared beside it, and as it's gone to swipe its dagger, the spectral did you give it a name, or did you use like blue?
No, I haven't given it a name.
Yeah. Okay. So the spiritual weapon's just shifted out of the way as the kobold swiped at the at it, and it's appeared again next to it. Onto the next round, the ambush drake that is directly in front of Mickney. It's the only one that is... Yep, the only one that's still around, survived, alive. And hey, Steve.
Yo.
How you going?
Hello?
Hello? Can you see me?
Yeah.
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 No, yeah, we're good. How you all doing?
Good. Good.
Hey, it's a Sunday. Back to work tomorrow.
Oh, I've still got another...
Say that like you got a day off.
Not for me and Daddy!
Yeah, we've still got another... What is it? A week.
Week and a bit.
Yeah. Which is nice. Lovely. But still...
Oh, yeah,
Nice that
your
when you do
teachers.
Tuesday.
Yeah, I gotta do stuff next week though, or this week coming in the classroom. Where it's not work.
I don't have to do anything.
Yeah, the beauty of casuals. Are you casual or fixed?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, casual. I went for a learning support job at the end of last term and didn't get it, so just living my best life.
Drinking your prosecco.
Drinking my Prosecco, no planning, no worries.
Honestly.
Cool. Where was that? All right. That's right. The Drake having the kobold standing right beside it. Its pack tactics gives us an advantage on its attack rolls as it's gone to lunge a bite at Migny directly in front of it. And as it's gone to bite at Migny, Migny's dashed to the side, rolling, moving out of the way as it landed back on the ground and spun, missing Migny. Uzan, you are still flying quite high, aren't you? 30 feet in the air, I think we last left you.
Yeah, something about that.
You see the ambush drake going for a bite at Migny.
Cool. Yeah, we're just gonna Eldritch Blast that friggin' guy.
Let's go.
That hits, right?
Yes, it does. Yep. And Allan is just still floating about.
Yep, just keeping an eye on things.
Yeah.
Keeping the perspective up in case there's something ambushing us. Yeah.
Yep. Cool. With his, I guess, line of sight. What was his line of sight? 120, was it?
I think so. I have to double check that. Yeah, 120.
Okay. Whereabouts is he?
He's about 25, 30 feet above me.
Okay, so directly above you?
Yeah, we'll go with yeah for now.
Okay, cool. Alright. So you've opened your wings and felt this energy rain into your hands and palms, and you shoot out this line of fire directly towards the drake. It like kind of twists and turns, flapping not flapping, but like trying to toss the flames off it, doing good amount of damage. 13. Yeah, points of damage to the drake. And is there anything else? Or are you done?
No, that's it for now.
Okay, cool. Doldos, you watch its line of fire shoot down on the drake. What do you want to do? You're on mute.
It's 1 second, it's gone blank. Have to reload the screen.
All good.
Bum, 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 bum. Okay. So let's do this thing. Computer's being taken.
While Doldos is sorting out how he's going to respond.
Doldos will jaunt over there, and he will use
Wait, is that just me hearing that,
the
or is
newly-
everyone hearing that?
Hearing him or
Yeah, like it being distorted. Oh, don't worry, it's my headphones.
Yeah, I got a bit glitchy.
Okay,
Is that better?
better. Thank you.
Okay, so he's going to target this kobold. His newly acquired great axe, battle axe.
Did you click the one closest to you? Yep, cool. You move there.
Yes.
Yep.
11. That's that hit.
I believe you knew Great Axe, was that right?
Yes.
So you've raced up onto this kobold, holding your Great Axe, and as you've swung down on it, the kobold has seen it, stepping out of the way, hissing.
Buggery. Am I still enraged from last session, or am I no longer raging?
You'd be still in rage.
You'd still be in rage. Yeah, because we only just finished one round.
Gotcha. I end my turn.
Yep. So with that, the kobold that's moved out of the way of your great axe has pulled out its dagger and gone to slice at you. And sorry, 1 second. And because you're kind of got your great axe on the other side, like you've swiped down and the kobold stepped out of the way, and as it's slashed its dagger across kind of your arm there, as you are pulling the great axe back up and doing like the dagger doesn't go severely deep into your arm, but enough to slice a bit open. A bit of blood does start pouring out, doing 4 points of damage to you. And so it's kind of moved to your side there, and it just starts sniggering at you as you pull your great axe and attempt the newly slice wound on your arm. Vane, you are behind the hut there.
Yes.
You hear this commotion going on, the flames.
Yeah. I'm gonna use my movement and my can I use my bonus action before I use my actual action?
It depends. You can.
Yeah, I just want to get up. I want to get up in everybody's business.
Yep. Yeah, so for movement, that would make sense. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Awesome. I'm gonna move, except that I can't click off the ruler now. Why am I like this?
You got to go up the top and click select.
Select. Okay, so I can move to here within my 60 feet, so 30 of movement, and then dash another 30.
Yep.
And then, yes, excellent. I'm going to use my. I'm going to throw my dagger. Yes, I'm going to throw my dagger at the kobold that just hurt my friend. This one, I don't know how to click on it. The purple.
Just double click on it and it'll flash.
I did. My internet is obviously really shit tonight and very, so let's wait and see what happens.
It's complete silence for everyone, isn't it?
Yeah, I didn't.
Let's
Yeah,
see. Is that better?
Yep.
Great. All very slow. Things happening.
There we go. 19.
Yay.
Yes, that hits.
Which I assume. Yep,
Yes, it
cool. Oh my god, so slow.
Yep, cool. So you rushed up with your dagger. Yep, your dagger. So did you move, because you have to be 5 feet away, you have to
I
be...
threw it.
Oh, you threw it, that's right, you did, sorry. So you've thrown the dagger and just missing Doldos there, but as it's skimmed over his shoulder as he's moved with his great axe, the daggers... The kobold started scampering before it falls to the ground, and nerves twitch as blood pools around it, killing it.
Yay! Die!
And that ends your turn.
Yes, please.
Yep, Doldos, you just hear this, hear the noises behind you as you're facing your immediate threat in front of you, standing next to Migny. What do you want to do?
Sweet. What do I want to do?
No, Barakar.
Well,
Sorry.
Yeah, me?
Sorry, I thought I said your name. So.
No, you're all good. You're all good. Ah, well, look. Let's take a swipe at the little green guy up the top.
Yep.
Just since the other one's stuck between the rest of us, he's definitely not going to get away. Great axe. Gonna hit for a juicy 18.
Juicy 18 hits.
That's what we want to hear. But for only 8 damage.
You hold your anchoresque style great axe and pull it up above your head, and you rush up to the kobold and hitting it on top of its head, thudding it and pulverizing it, doing 8 bludgeoning points of damage. And as you've come down on its head, it's cracked open and fallen to the ground. You see the blood oozing out from, and also around the end of your great axe, the rounded edge, all the brain and the bones and the blood and scales kind of on the edge of your weapon. Migny looks at you and gives you a toothy grin. There's the Barakar we all know, and where are you? Yeah, yep. So that kobold is dead.
Well, since that one died on the first swing, I guess I'll turn around and bonus action Hungry Jaws on the other one.
Yep.
Let's see if he's... Where are we? Hungry Jaws. Oh,
Oh, nice.
that's what we want.
That's
Do
definitely it.
I have that feature yet? No, that's not till level 6, isn't it? or something like
Yeah,
that.
where that's a 19 and is a crit.
Crit's a 19.
Yeah,
Yeah,
nah, it's I think it's
it's a
level
later
6.
on one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Which is going to
Sadness.
be nice.
But anyway, let's get a good little chomp on him. Hungry Jaws for a total of 9 points.
You, as you pull your great axe back, put it on your side, wipe the guts and the blood, so not the guts, the blood and the brain off it. You turn around and leap at the kobold. Where do you reckon you'd bite it if you were gonna do a leap?
I mean, would he be facing me?
Yes, you'd be facing you and Migny. Yep.
I think I just probably nice big chomp right on the side of the neck, you know. If it's really gonna kill him, I probably will go grabbed him by the jaws and just closed his mouth and ripped into his neck.
so as you turned around, you can see the kobold starting to take steps back. You can see the fear, starting to breathe harder and faster. You leap at it, grabbing its snout and taking this huge chunk over its neck and shoulder. All you can see is the bite marks over its torso, collarbone area, ripping out the shoulder. It falls to the ground, not instantly dying straight away, but like you can see the blood's oozing out as you spit out the flesh and the bones from your mouth, and you can see the colour starting to fade in the kobold as it's slow breaths start to come to an end, killing the kobold.
Poor little buddy.
Okay. So, Linen sees all this unfolding, and she runs up next to you and Migny, stepping over kind of like all the blood that's starting to stain the grass area. We can't let this one back. We'll tell the others we're still here. And goes to swipe at the Drake. And the Drake turns and sees Linen approaching and starts to move away. And the sword swipes down, only hitting the air, missing. And back now up to the Drake. So with one second. With the Drake starts looking around at all the things that's happening in front of it and starts to flee toward north. Let me see how far you can go, young Drake. Okay, cool. So the Drake moves up to this side of the hut here. Allan, only you know this, Uzan, because it's telepathically. Allan spots the Drake running off, but in the distance to the north sees two kobolds at the top of the stairs there, but can't see anything beyond that.
I'm gonna yell that out to everyone straight away.
Okay. Cool. So as the Drake's starting to run, it's making this like high pitched kind of whine. Uzan, it's your turn.
Already? Isn't it Allan turn?
Oh, wait, sorry. Sorry. Oh, I fully missed you. Sorry. Actually, I did not. Sorry, I saw all the deaths in the combat list. And fully skipped you. Sorry, the Drake hasn't moved yet.
Now we know what he's going to do. Eleanor,
Everyone forget
Hardly.
what just happened. but
Sure, guys.
But Allan would have seen those kobolds.
well then yeah, I'll just yell incoming, more kobolds.
Cool. Eleanor.
Yeah. Well, let's run up to this Drake
Yeah.
and try to hit him with my mace.
Yep.
Maybe.
So you swipe your mace at the Drake, and it just swings over the top.
No.
Swings off over the top as it jumps back, and it's like you see it kind of hissing and at you. But
Well, see, the sword's gonna hit him. That's a lot better.
Yay.
yay, that's each better. Yep, that hits.
Yeah. Dealing 7 damage.
Would it be like a? It'd be like like a slashing. Yep. So
Yeah, slashing.
you've used so you kind of start putting your hands out telepathically, guiding this sword as it's swiped down at the Drake, and it's because the Drake is right next to it. It doesn't get the top half; it actually slices at the back legs, and the back leg of the Drake it gets as slices down. The back leg falls to the ground, and this it's almost like it is like a dragon, but a really small one with no wings. As it's lost its limb, it's starting to hobble on the three limbs remaining. Blood starting to pour out from it, and you can see it's quite weak, and now it's looking to retreat towards, but because it's lost a limb, it's only moving at half speed, but still fleeing towards the hut. So that's now, Uzan. Go back to where we were before.
So I'm still going to do the same thing, I reckon, because he's only 40 feet. So I'll fly to him 30 feet and then use my last 10 feet to run at him. While I'm running at him, I'll cast Produce Flame, and then the aim is just to dive on him with the flame on my hands.
Like grappling. So you're gonna grapple with flame hands. That's what
Yeah,
I
pretty
pictured.
much. Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna get you to roll a. So do you want to grapple?
Whoops. No, look, it's just throwing the flames on him,
Oh,
so
okay.
it's just pushing him, really.
So you dove at the Drake, reaching your hands out with fire and going to grab it, and the Drake's still hobbling away from you, missing. Terribly missing, even though it's wounded and it's still escaping. It's at a very slow pace. Is
Just
there
the way the cookie crumbles.
I like the
No,
idea.
that's, yeah, and that was it. There's nothing else.
Okay. With that, Doldos, you've seen Uzan fly over and reach for the injured Drake. What do you want to do?
Doldos is going to attempt a jump from where he is to where Uzan is. Can I do that? Let's get the ruler out.
That's your bonus action, is it? Yeah, you jump.
I can make that jump. There, because it is a merciful leap, I can do 1d8 damage on the break.
Yeah, because it's just a it's almost like a cantrip. Because you don't have to roll. You don't have to roll to hit. So
he does one merciful leap of damage. Then he's going to get swap out his Sea Serpent's Wrath for his Lion's Claw Flail.
Yeah.
Rolling to hit. Come on, give me something good. Give me something good. And it misses. Not having the best of rolls today, am I?
So how high do you jump when you make this leap? Is it, say, 30 feet?
Doesn't
30 feet?
doesn't say.
Let's go with that. 30 feet's quite high. I'm just thinking of the projection and the angle coming down. Because as you've come down on the Drake trying to flee, you've landed on its other leg and knocked it over. Not like disconnecting the limb from the joint, but knocking the Drake over. It tumbles over to the ground, and you can see it's still trying to claw towards it as you've tried to swing and hit it with your flail. But being kind of being a bit, the impact from your landing has kind of gotten you a bit lightheaded, and you've swung and missed. Vane, you've seen Doldos just take this huge jump and just nick the Drake trying to flee.
And I'm gonna pull out my crossbow because I can't jump, and I already did some running, so I'd like to stay where I am and just shoot and hope for the best.
Yep.
Does that hit?
Yep, and that hits.
Yay!
There we go. So your so this kills it. So I won't get you to do like a bonus action. So your crossbow, you've knocked it and aimed it through Barakai and Uzan. Uzan. And this arrow has just gone. Barakai, you hear this arrow fly past your ear. Uzan flies through your wings and your head and pierces the Drake right into the spine as it's trying to crawl out. And as it's come pierced into the spine, it's come out the other side and thudding into the grass. And you see, Uzan, you see this like miniature, not miniature, but like this, probably maybe a 30 mil hole through the drake as it's flopped and fallen to the ground and blood starting to pool around.
And Vane does a little dance.
I picture your little dance to be able to like jump to one side and click your heels.
Yeah, and then like a little bit of thrusting as she lands.
You know, I only just clicked on the link that you sent through, Uzan, about drows being Australian, which I thought was.
I saw that as well.
Which I thought was
Did it fly
hilarious.
so well?
Did everyone see that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That made me laugh because, unfortunately, Vane, that's the truth. Drows are just Australians from down under.
No, I haven't seen it.
Oh, it's pretty good.
It's in the chat.
It's in the chat. Look
Okay.
at it. It's. You were cutting out and glitching really hard then.
I did not
Sound
catch
more
a
like
single
an
word
AI
of your
robot than anything.
That sounds like Dro language to me. So, we're out of combat.
Okay, I'm having a look now.
With that,
We're out of combat,
Yep.
but there's two kobolds right there.
No, they're all dead.
No, the two on the stairs.
The one on the
Oh,
horizon.
yeah, sorry, the one up there. So, before we do anything,
Zoe.
can we all please roll a stealth check?
A stealth
A
check.
group stealth check.
Group stealth check. To see if these kobolds have noticed you.
Yes, they have.
It rolls. I tell ya.
It's average.
Okay, and now I've got to do... Make me... Okay, cool. So, Linen says to all of you, quick, before the group at the top of the stairs see us, hide behind the huts. And she rushes over to here. Migni follows as well. I'm going to get rid of all the dead bodies now because it's quite confusing now. Once you all get there, Uzan, are you going to leave Allan flying up the top?
No, I reckon I'm going to send him over to the group of the these guys down here.
Yeah, the Sharkfolk down there. Yep. So they're like your
Yeah.
commoners.
Yeah, just to keep. Yeah, he's just going to be there just to keep an eye on shit, and I'll come over here.
Yep. I'm just going to try to remove that. See if that works. Why isn't that letting me? Oh, there. Don't. Well. Okay. So you've all gone to the side of the huts there. Migni turns and asks them, What's happening now? How have the people been getting to the keep? Linen has said, These are the last of the groups that we've managed to get from underwater. There's the family, my family, and there's another three up in the rocks, hiding but we can't manage to get past the guards at the top of the stairs there. Migni peeks around, and from her and Uzan, from your line of sight, and I'm just gonna see if you would see it as well. Yep. Okay. So actually, from there, you would see to your northeast, huddled are a young Sharkfolk and a what looks like either a mother or an elderly lady huddled behind the rocks.
And we need to. I'm going to ask Migni if she, like, we're trying to save everybody, aren't we?
That is the plan.
This is a rescue mission.
We need to save everyone. If we can get them over the bridge to the north, there's a keep that did come with the uprising. That's where Gronrid has kept everyone safe, and that's where all our best fighters are there. We need to get as many people as we can before Vezok does something ill to Deep Summit to send it back into the deep waters.
If we distract the kobolds at the stairs and keep them focused on the stairs, can you get your people out? Or is the stairs the way out?
Allan?
I'm just trying to work out which way they got to go.
Yeah. So from what Allan could see, that the stairs went up, and at the top were two kobolds. He couldn't see what was beyond that. He doesn't know if there's more things on heading north, right? So you are asking if you distract. Yep. So if you distract,
if we distract the kobolds, can Migni get the rest of the Sharkfolk to the keep?
Well, we don't know how many there are there? But yeah, of course, any blood shed would be ill blood, and we don't want to put the townsfolk at harm or at risk of losing them. So yeah, if we can make some sort of distraction. Why? What were you thinking?
I'm thinking if you and Barakai stand together really, really close and I cast Minor Illusion on you, maybe we can scare them off and just make them run away. But I'm not sure what what would scare them off.
Well,
maybe if I just turned you into an even bigger Sharkfolk, and they'd be like, maybe that'd be enough.
Well, we know Vezok is a Sharkfolk as well, so, and he's quite large, isn't he, Barakai?
Oh, he's quite a large shark. Definitely comparable to me.
Well, I guess it's a plan. But if they do run off, do you think they would bring more of those hideous drakes with them?
Let's not stick around long enough to find out, shall we? We'll just make what we can work.
I'm just throwing out ideas. If you guys want to hit me with something else, you want to fight?
I think that's the best option. Is we just run a distraction and we can make a break for it afterwards. Though we have to get to the keep of the north, which is across the bridge. So perhaps our seeing eye can tell us more about the bridge.
I send Allan to the bridge.
Okay, so what height are you going to send him at?
We'll keep him fairly low, say like 20 feet. off the ground. Try to stay out of sight.
And
Stealth mode.
he kind of doesn't have a like what was it? Was it 300 feet? He can talk to you telepathically. Is that right?
Shit. I think.
I think it was 300, but if
No,
you...
I think it's only 100.
No,
He's
line
got
of
to
sight.
dunk back to the what? I'm not sure.
But I guess, do you kind of tell him what to do? Like, so say if you said to him, like, go...
I'm telling him to go as stealthily as he can, just to stay out of sight, avoid any conflict. Just go suss out if there's more kobolds or more sharkfolk.
Yep.
That way.
You do his rolls, don't you?
Yep.
Can you do a stealth
Yeah,
check?
within 100 feet, he can telepathically.
So he could fly out of that 100 feet and then come back and tell you, yeah? That's...
Yep.
Yep, okay.
And he gets +3 to stealth, but it's just a custom one, I think.
Okay, yep. So when you roll, just add
And he
+3.
terrible roll.
Okay. So he flies... Which direction do you want to head?
Barakar, the bridge is to the north, right?
Correct.
North it is.
Just straight north, directly towards the stairs and the kobold.
No, it's like up to the north, out of sight from the
Yep.
kobold. So we'd be sort of circling around,
Yeah, so...
keeping sort of to the sides as he's flying up north.
Okay. So...
Like
So it's-
northeast.
Well, he'd sort of like fly out around these
Yeah, that's
parts
where
up that way.
I was thinking towards the huddled sharkfolk behind the rocks. So he...
Yeah.
So, Allan heads out, weaving through the couple of huts there, and from what he can see, there is 3 sharkfolk. There's a lady, looks to be quite old, woman. Sharkfolk, well, shark. I'm trying to think of a lioness equivalent. And a younger one, and also it looks like an like almost like a, not a fighter male, but one that looks like it can hold his ground, and he's holding a spear. There, that's... And as he's come around, he flies close to the rocks that they're hiding behind, and as he's appeared out of it, the kobold to the east of the two at the top of the stairs there. If you can see there, and the kobold has actually seen the owl, and you hear a couple of grunts, and arrows start flying at Allan. Allan's weaved back around towards the sharkfolk hiding, and then come back within your range and repeated this. What else he saw though when he was up there? He saw two more drakes up there, and
Oh shit!
and 3, they're like they take the shape of a human, but they are wearing all black, these black armored like helmets that scoop down their nose, like imitating a dragon's snout. but underneath it, you can see it's the shape of a human. There is 7 up there in total, with the 2 kobolds and 2 drakes, and they're actually called cultists because they're humans in this sense. The 2 kobolds fired arrows at Allan, but didn't take much thought to it of what it could be, just as a bird flying around. So Allan's flown back around. Fill this in with you. They haven't moved. That you can see that they're kind of like moving around, you know, just keeping watch, looking over the plain that's within this this small island of the village, I guess. And each ledge is about 15 feet high. So where the kobolds at the top of the stairs, it's 15 feet high there.
I'm going to tell everyone about the kobolds, the cultists, and everything that's going on up there.
Yep.
I'm going to use an action to cast Allan into a pocket dimension, because I think this is going to turn into another battle.
Yeah.
And ask everyone if they're ready for this, because this is going to be a big fight, I reckon.
So you've turned around and said all that. Linen's come over and said, but remember, we have to think, how are we going to get the villagers, the common, the people, the Sharkfolk, safely. Yes, we could go rush in there with our weapons and destroying them, but we need to think of the children. How are we going to get them if things turn sour?
I think if things turn sour, we can't create a line around them. Keep the heavy fighters fighting.
Because at the end of the day, we still need to get across the bridge.
Well, there is water surrounding the island, the bridge.
That is true. Actually, where do all the tunnels lead to? I'll ask,
Migni.
ask Migni if they know.
Yeah. Migni says they're just pockets. They connect to the other huts here on this island because this is kind of have you we started harvesting these from the trees over there that we'd never seen before, these fruits, and so we thought, why not make little shelters and huts that lead to these things, but it doesn't go beyond into the deeper waters, if that's what you're suggesting.
Yeah. But every single hut is connected?
Yes, it's how us Sharkfolk get along so well with each other.
Alright.
Brainwave, sorry. I can mold earth and minor illusion. Can we close up a hut with the kids in there and minor illusion it looks empty? Then we do our battle. Kids are safe. What do you reckon?
Love that.
Yep. We'll do that.
So you suggest that to everyone kind of all huddled around the back of this hut?
Yeah, because I imagine we're all having, like, you know, arms around the shoulders, we're all just having a big powwow.
Yep. Lennon goes, well, again, I asked you the question, what happens if things go sour? How will they get out? Will they be stuck?
Well, the plan is to keep all the fighting away from them. So maybe we have you and Barakai and Doldos charge up there, and we keep them up there while they're distracted. We can move move the kids into a safer spot. I can quickly do my magic, and then we just hit them hard and hope for the best. What do you reckon?
Well, I mean, we can get into the hut that we're currently in and then just go through the tunnels to the smaller hut that's closest to the stairs.
Ah, yes. Excellent idea. Barricade.
And then you got me and Doldos can go to the closest hut to the stairs. Well, maybe Eleanor as well. And then you guys can start trying to shift the other villagers that are stuck behind the rocks into the
I could mold
hut
earth and make a
slightly
wall
down.
from the rocks.
I
Don't
think
look over here.
if we have,
Huts connected.
yeah,
Yes.
they should all be connected. Yep.
Yeah, so
Or
if we get
minor
them near the
illusion.
rocks in one of the huts and take them to the main one,
Mm.
they're not going to be able to see it.
No, the kobolds they have no idea that the huts are connected.
They'll just see people go into the huts.
Yeah, well. So like, are you talking about like the ones up the rocks there? That they
Yeah.
might see them. So
Yeah.
mold earth will make. Well, that will make. I'm guessing it'll make a bit of noise, right? Moving dirt and stuff.
Yeah, that's why I was kind of hoping you didn't hear that, and I switched to minor illusion.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay, yep.
Just looks like it's still the same, but I could do like a wall that just holds the image, and they can run behind the illusion to the hut.
Yep, and that lasts for like 10 minutes, I'm guessing.
It should
Don't
be long enough for
overplanning.
them to...
Which is long enough anyway. Yeah.
No, it's only 1 minute, so they've got to run quick.
Okay.
Alright.
But then
Linen says
all good.
says to you, that sounds like an excellent idea. But how are we going to tell them to run from behind the rock to the hut without being seen? Do we go first?
I think
come back.
I think me and Doldos will just run up front first and just hope, maybe we're just praying that they don't realize that something's happening in the background.
Okay.
Well, could
I can go
Migni
really fast and stealth over there and tell them that's what we're doing.
Level 4 rogues don't have pass without trace, do they?
No.
No.
Could
But I have got high hopes.
I kind of
And
have
2
to
glasses
be
of
over there.
Prosecco on board.
I kind of have to be over there to do the illusion, so maybe Vigny or Barakai can take me from one hut across to do the illusion. And then while I'm doing it, Vane can do the quick get over here bit, while Doldos is throwing an axe or a flail, and
That's a distraction.
yeah.
Let's do it.
So it all happens like teamwork. We got this.
Yep, so they're splitting up. So
Silent high five.
So Linen and Migni look around and say, okay, so Doldos, you're gonna have to hold your breath and swim with Barakai to the hut. Migni is going with you, right? And Eleanor. Is that right?
Yep.
Yep. Cool. So I'm just writing it down before I forget. Eleanor. And Dolgos. Cool. Then so you can move over and Doldos. Oh, can because you're gonna have to hold your breath going under. Your speed is 35 for.
I mean, he'll be with me and Megni, so pretty much our swim speeds would.
Would you just drag him through?
Yeah, we would just drag him through because I think our swim speeds together would probably just drag him through at a regular pace.
Yep. And also Eleanor. So you got drag
A full-bladed dragonborn.
Sadia.
In my head, this looks fucking awesome. Just so you know, just 3 sharks plus a dragonborn plus a satyr. Just
and that's literally what is happening. So Eleanor, so Migni looks at you, Eleanor, and says, "Don't worry, I'll make sure you make it to take another breath of air in the hut." She grabs you by the hand. You walk in, and as you walk into that hut, there's like probably a 2 feet ledge that goes around the full diameter of the hut. It goes all around it, and shimmering in front of you is this. It's like a light blue glow, and beyond, like below the water, you can see like the tunnel stretching out to the other, in all other directions to the other huts. Migni, holding your hand. Are you ready, Eleanor?
Well, I have no choice.
Yeah, but I just liked for consent. And as she says that, drags you down and pulls you through. And as you're swimming through this tunnel, you see the light starts to fade. It starts to get quite dark. Up ahead, you see Barakar dragging Doldos, and like kind of you see these hooves flailing and these bubbles kind of like swishing around as you come through it and appear up in the hut where you see Doldos. It's similar to the hut you just came from, has the ledge going around it, and he's got his arms up on it, taking deep breaths, and you come up and start taking deep breaths with Barakai just bobbing in the water there, kind of like, I picture you to have like your nose half in the water, half out, kind of just, just scoping out, just, you look relaxed and ready to go.
Enjoying the water while I can.
Migni's there next to you, and she looks at you. Must feel nice to come back home and frolic in the water.
I think it's a bit of different waters to be frolicking in than I remember.
Yes, there's a certain chill to it. Quite different to what it used to be before the uprising.
Turn to Eleanor, look at her and go, last time I swam around some reptilian creatures, I didn't think that ended too well.
Nope.
Doldos is leaning on the ledge, looking back, and hears you say that, reminiscing on the David Attenborough inspired description.
We're about to venture forth and kill some more hardy dragons. All blood shall be spilled on these sandy shores this day.
Migni looks at you, Barakai, like kind of like leans closer to you. Why is he talking like that?
I think it's just a goat thing.
Ah,
Not a goat, and the state here. Different.
Wait, something like that.
well, it makes sense, but it doesn't. So while this is happening, Uzan, Vane, and Linen, you are outside the hut. Where are you moving to first?
I think this closest hut would be the best option.
Okay. Are you gonna go swim through as well?
Uzan's not going to be happy about it, but yeah. Totally out of his element.
I'll go too.
For the kids.
For the kids. Linen nods at both of you. You ready?
No.
No.
Just take me.
So yeah, as you walk in, you see the same, because you all kind of went in at the same time, and you watched them dive off and swim off in one direction, and you all hop in the water, just bobbing in the surface there. Vane, you can see, like in the dark, you can see all the way to all the different passages stretching out to the different huts there. As you bob under the water, Linen grabs both of your hands. Hold your breath. Let's go. And she dives under. All three of you are swimming. Both of you. She's kicking. You can see that like her arms are starting to tense up as she's dragging both of you through. And all three of you eventually, kicking, grasping around, make it to the hut, and pop out into. So I'm just move you all over there. You pop out. Linen looks at both of you. That wasn't so bad now, was it?
Speak for yourself. I'm used to the air, not the sea.
Vane just shakes her head like a dog.
It's like splashing Linen in the face. Alright. Now, the next step of the plan.
And then Uzan will move to a window and throw up that illusion.
Yep, so the door is looking out of the, like, towards that fire in the middle.
Is there a back window or something he can look out?
There's no windows. Yeah, it's just closed in all the way around to the door. So you're gonna walk out the door.
Yeah, I'll try and sneak out the door and just in between the two huts.
Can you do a stealth
that's
check
all I
for me,
guess.
please?
Oh, we don't like those, Doug. We go stealth. We like that one though.
Oh, nice. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
Yeah, so you sneak out. You actually see, like, because the door is facing the fire from the hut, the closest hut to the stairs there, and in it you can see the bobbing heads of Migni and Barakai, so you know that they're in there. You sneak out and around through there, and you forge up your wall. It's just a cantrip, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Let me just get. Sorry, I'll just get it up. Minor illusion. Yep, cool. So, do you want to use the minor illusion first? Because you only got a minute.
I'm just trying to make it
Before telling them what you're doing?
Yep. I'm throwing it up straight away.
Okay, yep. Cool. You like move your arms around and this, it's like a from your side of it, it's almost like looking out at the glass with a bit of a hazy,
Like a bit of a haze to it?
Yep.
Yeah.
And that stretches out. You can do it from, so that's 30 feet. You can do that. So you can, let me just see. Oh, cool. So that's like 15 feet from the edge of the hut to the edge of the rock. So that just appears across there. The lady that's closest to you sees you moving your hands and sees this the warlock Drew put up this wall. She's shaking her head at you. What do you do, Uzan? I'm just gonna draw.
I guess I'm gonna have to try and call them over and say we've created an illusion to keep you safe. We have fighters in the front hut. We need you to come to this hut. Swim to the big central hut so we know you're where you are and you'll be safe. But we need to get you out of danger. We need to get you safe.
So you've rushed over and told her that? Or are you shouting it to her?
No, I'm still... Oh, shit.
I'll go.
So Vane, you're gonna leave the hut?
Cool. Yeah, so I'm gonna leave the hut and run over behind the rock.
You don't have to do a stealth check, do you? Or you have an advantage on stealth checks? Is that...
I just have a high modifier on stealth.
Okay. So can you, before you rush over, can you roll a stealth check for me, please?
Yep.
Isn't your
Everyone
modifier
hold
like
breath.
11?
+7.
Close enough.
Not great.
You're lucky you got that +7, Vane.
Yeah. It's a shitty tiptoe, but she tiptoes.
Yep. So you rush over there, relay
So
that.
I'm going to get over there and say, there's not a line. You need to trust me. Follow me back to the hut and we'll keep you safe.
Can you do
Another stealth check.
a persuasion? Because you'll want to persuade him back over to follow you.
I can. I'm not happy about it, but I will.
Oh no.
Oh my god.
Oh no. They're gonna run.
The lady, the Sharkfolk looks you up and down. You have this. This is not your battle. This is ours. Why are you even here? Leave.
I'll say trust me or die.
Intimidation. Can you go?
That's just how Vane rolls. Not 20.
Oh my god, fuck.
It's not coming up yet.
Oh, it's loading. It's
So
loading.
slow, it's like rolling in slow motion.
So you said follow me or die, is that right?
I said trust me or die.
Trust me or die. The shark folk.
Be nice. I tried to be nice.
The shark folk male with the spear comes up to you. Why should we trust you? Like, I could see you've somehow snuck across here without being seen by the guards at the top there. But what is your plan? And they're quite sincere now. They're quite like
Need to get to safety. Less yappers. I'm gonna start leading them and shepherding, herding, because I can feel the tick 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 countdown. Let's go, let's go.
So you're just like, come on, like it's like trying to scoop
Yes.
them up. Yeah.
Even like booting them in the bum. Let's go.
Even the little kid, like
Yep.
the young.
Fuck 'em.
Especially the kid.
Fuck 'em all.
I picked the kid up,
Moving.
actually. I picked the kid up and I'm kicking the adults.
That's one hefty shark baby.
You
Come
don't
on.
have to keep kicking us. You dunk. And the little kid like is looking at the haze as you lead him back over towards
You
the
go
hut.
on too.
Like the haze looking out, and the kobolds and the drakes at the corner of the kobolds, the cultist and the drake. You can see they're on a lead from the humans up there with the drake. They're looking directly at you as you walk past this wall.
Oh my god.
And you're just taking them to the hut you just came from?
Yep.
Cool. Meanwhile, Baraki, Migni, Elena, and Doldos. You're in that hut. You saw Baraka, you saw Uzan come out of the hut just like for a quick glimpse. You saw like white wing feathers catch the corner of your eye. What is your next action?
Well, I'll go to the group and say that I just saw Uzan's wings on the other hut, so he must be throwing up the illusion right now. So we need to make some distraction. Who votes for running in and who wants to throw a weapon at him?
Migni looks at you. I'll do whatever the pack wants to do.
You want to throw a weapon, Doldos, at them first, or do you want to run at them head first?
Let's throw some shit at the.
Eleanor, how far can you cast your spiritual weapon? Oh, spectral weapon.
60 feet.
Oh,
So
that's
I can reach any of them I can hit.
Jesus. Wow.
Yep.
So, quick game plan. Eleanor, you throw up spectral weapon on the one on the dyslexic on the far left, or like the left kobold at the tip of the stairs, and go for him. And Doldos, let's hope you can throw an axe accurately at the back of the head of the other kobold when he turns around.
Pulling javelins like from like a third dimension, just like here's a javelin, here's a javelin. Oh look, I can have a javelin.
You
Fang
get a
rat.
javelin? You get a javelin?
I'll
We
grab a
don't
javelin.
get javelins.
Just hand him out like Oprah.
but into their heads.
Yes.
All right.
All right.
So, Migni looks at you, Eleanor. First, you're casting, then Doldos you're throwing, and we're charging. Looks at you, Barakai. Is that correct?
Yes. I'll charge and get to the bottom of the stairs and make sure nothing gets past the bottom of the stairs.
Yep. Okay.
Quick change of. I have a cantrip of Sacred Flame.
Mhm.
So, could I basically just set one of them on fire, distracting them all to look toward the kobold? That it's on fire. I think that may be a bit more distracting, possibly.
That's true.
That's so
That's
cool.
very true.
We just hear from the other
Does
tent.
that
Go
also-
for a cultist.
All right. New game plan. What
Line
Eleanor
me
said.
up, bitch.
So with it being like out of combat, I'll still have to roll a dex saving throw. Is that right? Or is it because it's cantrip, it's happening unannounced?
Sacred Flame's one of them dodgy ones. You need a dex save.
Yep.
Yeah, Dex Saver 12.
Okay, so who are you doing it on?
Well, I'm thinking if I go for the cultists in the back,
Yep.
everyone's
Standing
going to
on the
look
bridge. Yep.
towards that. Yeah. So that when we attack them, it's going to be more unsuspecting.
Yeah. So for you to know where that cultist is, you're gonna have to stick your head out and see them. See who's there. So
The deuce.
stealth check first.
Let's see how this is going to go.
I see you watching me, watching you.
Cool. So you just poke your head out, and you can see the stairs stretching up, and the kobolds are kind of looking to your east, with their bows ready, looking to their east. And then you see the the cultists walking from, like, say, in a straight line from east to west, with the drakes on the lead, and then the cultists up the back on the bridge, on the start of the bridge, is just looking directly down past you, like not towards you, but like down the stairs. So you're gonna go for that cultist on the bridge?
Yeah.
Okay. Nat 1.
Oof. Oof.
So
Yes. And they also take 1d8 radiant damage. Radiant damage.
yep. So roll your.
Yes.
Oh, that's
Okay.
Nice.
So you've poked your head out, and as you got claws, don't you? Yeah, like long, thin claws.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're holding the edge of the door frame, peeking around, and you just lift your claw out, and you kind of do like a swirly, like, and point towards the cultist at the bridge, and this flame just goes like from its feet, and you hear him go, where did this come from? All of them turn around and rush towards the cultists, rolling down on the ground. You can see this flame is probably like engulfing the whole, because it's not a normal height, like 6.5 feet high, so it's engulfing this whole cultist as it's fallen to the ground, and they've all rushed over. You see the drakes starting to tug at the lead. They don't want to go close to the flame there, but the other cultists like rush toward them. All of you have advantage on stealth checks as they are facing and putting out, attending the fire. What do you want to do next? Or
Pretty sure we tell.
And Uzan, you just see this, and Vane. So Vane, you've taken the others into the hut. Is that right? In the water.
Against their will, it looks like, but yes.
Yeah. Yeah. You've just thrown the boy into the water too, like the young child.
Yeah, but like kindly.
With a little grin. Your grins look.
I winked at him as I threw him.
It's kind of like an awkward, like blinking, like wink at him.
I'm not real sure about social construct, but I'm giving it a go.
You're trying.
I like how the parade continues too.
Thanks, Pee-wee.
Yeah, my mum just came in and filled up my prosecco and said, "Who's winning?" Us.
Always.
Always.
Linen looks at you and says, "Great. So, thank you for forcing them against their will, but we still got the family down the bottom, the hut down the bottom."
Oh my god.
We'll tell Linen to get everyone to that central hut, and then I'll tell Vane to come with me, and we'll join everyone in that front hut.
Love that for us.
Okay.
Linen nods. Excellent idea. And she just dives down into the water and goes into that hut. So you two leave, and are you swimming under, or are you just running out?
Fuck, I'm not swimming.
Tell them to swim.
Yeah.
No, I think we'll just sort of like run from hut to hut.
I reckon
and
we
join
just
the-
leg it. Let's do it.
Can you both do
Yeah.
advantage roll stealth checks, please?
Yes, I can.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't know. I was just saying. Okay, yep. So both of you just rush out into the hut and join them while they're all looking toward the cultist that's on fire. So this is all happening within a space of like, I would imagine about
Seconds.
30 seconds max, tops. All this.
Can I do another cool wink when I get inside the hut with my friends?
Migni looks at you, like frowns and looks at you, and then looks at Barakai and goes, "What's she doing?"
It's a mainlander thing. She's being your friend.
I'm winking.
That's what it's called. I thought it was just being friends.
We have something similar, don't we, Barakai? Our toothy grins are something quite similar to that, isn't it?
Yes, it is. We both grin with teeth at Vane.
And if you didn't know Migni and Barakai, you would just see like these rows of vicious, sharp teeth. But you see the gentleness in it. You, as you enter the hut as well, and blinking like, I just picture the three-eyed fish from Simpsons to that blinking.
Exactly what it is.
You can see this like human, this torch at the top of the stairs. You don't know what happened, but you know they're all not looking at you. You're all in this hut now. You've got.
What's the plan, guys? What do you want to do now?
Wait,
We've got the.
how big is
Hey?
Mold Earth?
Uh,
What surface area does it cover?
it's just like a 5-foot square.
5 foot square.
Yeah, like it'd be a cube. Yeah, I guess it'd be a cube. Because that's
Just
the
a
Earth.
single square.
Yeah.
But Doug has let me abuse the fact and make like walls with shit before, so it depends on what you got in mind.
I mean, if we're gonna pick a fight with them, if we attract them onto the stairwell and you just move the stairwell so it becomes flush and they can't get back up.
Slippery dip, motherfuckers.
Slippery dip them down the stairs.
No, I like the first
was-
option.
Slip
Oh,
the
really?
motherfuckers.
It must be a Sharkfolk thing.
You're all awful.
Only by
You
accident.
love us.
I love how it just like instantly jacks up to like R18 plus.
Straight away. So you want to drag him out, get him off the stairs and down here, closer to the people we're trying to save.
Or you could just make it into a slippery slide, or get rid of the stairs so that way they're not inclined to come down. Probably the better choice.
I mean, I can do both.
Yeah.
What do
I
you
mean,
think's the best? We can get him down here, and we can keep him down here and box him in. That's easy.
Just depends on the villagers.
I mean, we have told them that.
Do we have a
Stay
sense
in
of
the
whether or not
thing.
they've all made it to where we want them to be?
I will unleash Allan to go and have a look.
Love you,
So I'm
Alan.
Get him out of his pocket dimension.
And you're just
No,
winking
go
at
eat
the
your popcorn.
owl flying away, Vane.
Yeah, now I am, but I'm also saying hoot hoot.
I'll let you know he appreciates that.
Can you roll a stealth check for an advantage stealth
Hooting?
check for Alan to leave the hut and fly over? With Vane
that one.
blinking. Yep, cool.
So one was 10, one was a 4, so it was 13 was the best outcome.
Yep. So yeah, Alan flies off, looking back at Vane as she's flying down, and from Alan flies down. I'm just seeing if that's within range of you. So hang on a second.
Well, hang on. If these huts are all looking at the fire, we could almost see into that hut where they'd be. Or at least Alan could on a flyby.
This one, the big hut, isn't. Remember when
Oh,
you
okay.
entered? Because otherwise you would have to enter on the other side. This hut faces the
Yep.
the furthest hut to the left.
That's right, it does. Yeah, cool.
So Alan flies over, telepathically tells you they're all in the hut, safe, bobbing in the water with like their eyes ready, looking out the door safely.
All right, guys. The villagers are in the big hut, like we asked them to be.
Kill them all.
We got to keep them. You want to kill them all?
Nah, actually, I'd like one of those humans to stay alive. We need to know who they are first.
Big Dick gasps
If-
at you as you suggest that. As you
I
smile.
put my hand on Big Ninga. It's fine. He's gonna die eventually.
But not by same folk, killing same blood.
Wait, what? I thought they were human.
No.
No,
No,
human,
they're shark
kobold,
people.
They're all shark folk. These are all shark folk.
Oh, they're all shark folk. Okay, cool,
Yep.
cool.
Yeah,
Yep,
so
okay.
I
So
might
the
have
villagers
I might have loosely said like male or human or person, but yeah, they're all. This is your home
Okay,
land.
cool. All right, cool. Makes sense. Makes sense. I was wondering, like, why are there humans here? But all right, we're good.
Yep. Yep. So they're all safe.
So, but the cultist, the kobold, and the drake, they're not shark folk, are they?
No.
Alright, so we're annihilating them. Agreed?
Let's just
Dazzle,
get to
baby.
killing. Let's just get to killing.
Yes.
Do you
High
want me
five.
At 5.
Do you want me to cast something through Allan to get them to come down to us, and then we'll just rush them from the hut?
So Allan flies back from the hut. So he flew into the hut, saw that they were in there, and then obviously he's still within telepathic range. As he's made his way back across, can you do another stealth check for me, please? For him? Not with
Do you
advantage.
still have it?
Oh my god. Don't die, Alan.
And Alan's dead.
That's not good, Alan. That's actually, I would say that's bad. Professionally,
It's
in my
only-
professional opinion, that's not good.
Yeah, it's only a +3, so it wasn't that 6. He's seen.
From where you are, Uzan, because you're looking out the door, looking out and seeing Allan flying back towards you. You see arrows flying past him. One hits into his wing.
He's dead.
I'm trying to So wait, yeah, what's his hit points?
It's a 1d4, but I think you only it comes up as just a 1. So yeah, probably
Can you
we'll
do it?
average
Can you
it
just
at
do
2.
can you just do a custom 1D, custom D4 for me, please? Yeah, because they say 1, like that's an average. But I wanna see-
Way.
Oh yeah. Go, Allan.
He's alive. He's alive.
Alan's actually jacked. He's like the toughest owl.
Man, look at me. I take 1 arrow, keep flying. Headwig, man, can't even take a spell.
Hedwig who?
So you're Vane. You're watching Allan get hit by an arrow, and you're like, hoot hoot, still winking weirdly.
I'm getting fucking amped up. I'm getting annoyed that my best friend Alan is getting shot at.
Uzan, you see Allan fall to the ground as it's taken a arrow across its wing. You see it's fallen to the ground. In front of you, still breathing, you see the white body breathing, and the wingspan has is flayed onto the ground, and the kobolds start walking down to what I would picture. I'm going to say this here is where we'll do a white. Circle is where Allan is flying back towards you, and the kobolds start approaching Allan, walking closer toward. All of you see these kobolds approaching Allan.
No.
When familiars return, do they like just poof and vanish, or do they like return to you in a way?
He has to put it into
they right when they lose hit points, they poof and vanish. But I can when I resummon him, it'll still be Allan.
Yeah, but you can put him like you can
Put
tell
him in
him
a
to
little
return
pocket.
in a pocket dimension.
We'll
So
call it a
instead of-
Pokeball for now.
Yeah, because I mean, if he in his current condition, could you make him just go poof and disappear, or would he like turn into like a magical dust, and then the dust would return to you?
Well,
Surely
just
we
says he
use this
returns to
like
a
a
pocket
surprise
dimension.
attack
Hmm.
while they're moving. We gotta kill these motherfuckers.
I would love it if you just had a Pokeball and you threw it at
Because
Allan.
it was like if
Just
it-
returned
if
him.
If you like make your familiar return, does it like have a beam or a light that returns back to you? So the kobolds go, "The fuck."
I think
That would be bad,
And it's just
right?
Uzan holding like a Master Ball as the red line has come back. To...
Yes.
Isn't one of isn't one of your arcane focuses a crystal ball or something?
orb.
Yeah.
An orb.
My orb.
A
My
orb.
orb that's
Orb.
invisible. Yeah.
So
You'll have
his
to catch him.
orb
I'm
is his-
convinced.
Is his Pokeball. So the orb that floats around him, or he holds, or I don't know what your orb does. I'm assuming it floats around you. It just like goes.
It does.
Zoom, zoom.
But it's invisible, so you can't see it.
It's a very inconvenient orb, isn't it? What if you try to look for it and you can't see it?
Because it hangs around my right hand.
True, I suppose.
No, it just says you can dismiss him, so I'm going to dismiss him from where he is. He just disappears.
Are you gonna wait for the kobolds to fully approach him, or just like straight away? Because they're walking towards.
I'm going to wait till they get like reasonably close, but if it looks like they're going to attack him again, then I'll just dismiss him straight. I want him to live.
Yeah. So the kobold that's closest to the hut bends down and they start like chattering. Eleanor, you understand that they are saying to each other.
Are they speaking Draconic?
They are speaking Draconic. Oh, so you know as well. Sorry.
I speak Draconic.
Yeah. Sorry, I forgot yours.
So do I.
Oh, do you?
Doldos. Yeah, Doldos speaks Draconic as well.
Okay. All right. So all three.
We all know what they're on about.
Baraka and Migny and Vane. Baraka and Migny and Vane are just like all they hear is these like grunting like. But the rest of you hear them going. Who could have said this? Where did this come from? Was this the owl that flew over the rocks over that we shot at before? I don't know. They're like talking to each other. But we should kill it before it goes back to its owner. Where is it? And like you see him like looking south, toward the hut to the south, and the one that's closest, we can't let it get back. And then as it pulls out its dagger,
I dismiss Allan.
Yeah, you dismiss Allan. So
As soon as I see the dagger come out, he goes.
And I'm gonna picture it's like disappears. Allan returns to you, Uzan. It doesn't leave a trace. It just disappears. And they get up and they look in front of them to the right. Where'd it go? Looking up at the sky. And then
I'd like to turn to Vane very quickly and go, "Hoot like an owl right now."
they both look at the hut. Get him! Can we all?
And then we fuck them up.
Can we roll for
could've-
initiative, please?
I could have played my bird pipes and sound like an owl.
Are you saying that my owl impression is not very good?
Yes. This is Doldos talking to Vane, not me telling you that your owl is not good. This is Doldos telling Vane, it's like your owl is not that good.
I've been practicing.
I believe that's what counts.
Damn thing.
Is that
plus
plus
10
10
initiative.
modifier?
Roll.
Jesus.
The kobolds look back up at the stairs. Says, "They're in there! Get them!" All of them.
They crack me
And we
up.
say, fight me,
Um,
bitch.
And Draconian. Darkest farm.
They
I don't know.
They-
Making gibberish.
Yeah, they look at you in there and go, "What do you say about my mum? Ah!"
Your mother was a. Your mother was.
Your mother was an owl.
Can you see?
My mother was an iguana.
How dare you speak about mum? She's a beautiful lady. Can you see the combat tracker? Who can you see on there?
Vane, Doldos, Elaine, Baraki, and Uzan.
Okay,
Everyone's on there.
cool. All right. Cool. With them pointing you out, the cultists with the drakes have started heading. You can see that they're heading toward there. Vane, you're up first.
Yes, I am.
Let's go.
I actually want to go for. I'm going to use my light crossbow, and I'm going to go for the Is this? I'm double clicking, but nothing's happening. The yellow guy at the top of the stairs.
You'll have
You're,
to
I
roll
want
that
to-
you're in the
disadvantage.
hut. Yeah, you're in the hut. So you'll have to.
So I got to come out. I got to come out.
Yeah.
Great, I'll do that. And I come.
Come out of the closet. Come out of the
I'm
hut.
doing my best, but I also have selected the ruler, and that's not good. Alright. And I am. Woohoo!
Are you flapping your wings
yeah.
as you're doing that?
No, I'm winking and dancing. And hooting. It's finally
Hoot, hoot,
bloodshed.
motherfucker.
That's what I'm. Yeah, that is exactly what she's saying. Hoot hoot, motherfucker. Yippee-ki-yay! And then she's got her crossbow out, and she's going for that yellow man at the top of the stairs. It's looking good, boys.
Oh. You've got a perfect line of sight right now at the cultist holding the drake at the top of the stairs.
Yeah. So she gon' pierce him with 13 points of damage.
So you rush out doing this like weird flapping word, winking, hooting, hoot hoot motherfucker. And as you've reached around with one of your flaps of your arms, you've reached around and grabbed your crossbow, and in the single motion of you flapping your other arm up and down, you've knocked your arrow. It's flown up to the ledge there, at the top of the stairs. Pierced the cultist straight like in the jugular. The arrow coming out to the top of the head. You could see blood starts shooting out of it, and it falls limp to the ground. Its arms, its hands let loose of the drake on the lead.
Love that.
And the body starts rolling down the stairs, and at the bottom of the stairs now.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
And then for my bonus action, I don't know if I can use my psychic blades as a bonus action if I've just used my crossbow. I want to say yes.
It's in your free hand. So
Yes. Okay, cool. So then I'm going to use my Dex psychic blades bonus action against this little the green kobold that's like closest to the hut.
Yep. And
That's also looking good.
so I just read the rest of the description saying, and after you've attacked with that blade, you can make another bonus action attack on the same turn.
So I can do that again.
But with your psychic blade bonus attack strength.
Oh, okay. So I can use dex and strength.
Yeah, you got it. Yep.
Okay, let's give it a go. See what happens. It's only a +2 modifier, so not bad. That's a dirty 20.
It's a dirty 20.
Killing these rolls.
And
2.
okay.
so the first.
All right. So it doesn't add the extra. So it says 1d4. Oh no, that's right. That's right. That's good.
Yeah.
Okay. The end.
So with that, you've turned and you've like put your hand, your right hand out in front of you, and this majestic blade has spun around and pierced straight into the kobold that was standing over Allan and saw you first. And the blades don't actually make any piercing damage. They don't pierce the skin. It's more of a mind attack.
Straight into the brains. Yes.
Yes. Yeah. And for that, the quick glimpse of the kobold being hit by that mind, the mind blade, the psychic blade. Sorry. Psychic blade, it's all flashes of dreams of it standing over the edge, and it's just like, in what you see is it's fallen to the ground, but the last seconds of its life it saw a dream of it falling off the edge of the cliff. The other blade, you with your other hand, so this kobold here is dead now.
Woohoo!
And the other one kind of like takes a couple of steps back, and you can see on the kobold's drooping face, the snout, it shakes its head, its eyes closed, shaking its head as if something is like really taking control of its most pleasant memories, as it's kind of stepping back, taking 2
Oh wow, that's a bad sign.
taking only 2 points of damage. And
And then I do one more wink.
the three-eyed fish from Simpsons.
I'm making friends.
With that, it is 9:35. Are we all happy to end it there? Doldos, you begin next session.
Yeah, happy to do that.
Yep. Are we all happy to finish up tonight?
Yeah.
Now.
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Vane, you just absolutely obliterated those two.
I aim to please.
Please, while winking and hooting.
Yeah.
I hope you all had fun with this. Trying to make it a little bit different, saving people. So I'm glad that you got to save the villagers before just rushing in, which is kind of cool. Kind of cool to see how you all work together and divide and
So
conquer.
cool to have to like do a plan and then enact the plan.
Don't just
And
run at
actually
them.
pull it off.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it actually worked.
We nailed it.
Which is really cool. And I did not see that coming with Sacred Flame, which is really cool.
Mm.
8.
It actually worked.
Oof.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, cool. Glad you all had fun with that. And I actually had a list of where I thought you'd get to, and you actually only did 2 dot points, and I wrote down 6 dot points for you to do tonight. So
Damn.
Was hooting and winking on the list?
no, it was not. Which is
It will be from now on.
Good.
We've set a standard.
And that'll be Doldos just judging her inept ability to sound like a realistic bird.
I'm out here doing my best, okay? As long as toe licking stays off the list of dot points, I don't care what happens.
Does this remind you of a harpy's claw?
Don't you point that at me, mate.
Lick it. Lick the talon.
Oh, and I wasn't even here for that.
look.
Thank you, lucky stars. I'm still having dreams about it.
Dream about poetry. Well, that's interesting.
Gretchen, you have very
Quick crying.
worrying dreams. You should go see someone about that.
This
No,
is
thank you.
This is the therapy session each week.
This is it.
Intervention. The shoe shop has asked you to stop attending the door.
I'm just in there hooting like an owl and winking.
This definitely had an effect on you.
The crazy lady who thinks she's an owl is back again. Someone call security.
Yeah.
You are now banned from Westfields.
I'm not sorry.
All the kids are like, what happened to her? And it's like, she never grew up from Harry Potter.
She thinks she's Hedwig.
She's
Socks and toes, it's not that far of a jump.
Uh,
yeah. Alright, well, yeah. Thanks for time.
Beautiful.
thank you.
Thanks for another good week, Dougie.
No worries. Thank you for
You all have a
entertaining me.
awesome week.
Yeah, you
Gonna
too.
slaughter some
Have a good week.
Sharkfolk.
Yeah.
All right. Bye,
Have a
friends.
good one, yeah?
Bye.
Catch
See
you.
ya.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Woohoo.
Gonna be a send off. Yeah, thanks for watching tonight. I hope you enjoyed it. It's, yeah, like I said to the group just then, yeah, it's funny how, like, I plan so much, or a lot of DMs plan so much, and we don't get through that many things. But, you know, nevertheless, we still have so much fun with it, and we still walk away happy. Yeah, players walk away happy, which is the main point. So, yeah, thanks to those that stuck around and watched the whole time. Hope you enjoyed it, and I look forward to see how this unfolds next session. See if all the villagers, all the Sharkfolk can make it to the keep safely across the bridge, or if the players have something else and how to get them across in a different kind of way, which would be pretty cool. But yeah, anyway, well, thank you. Make sure you subscribe, follow, and comment if you have any interesting ideas or comments about what we're doing, or even if you don't know what we're doing, if you have any questions, just make sure you do check that in the comments, and we'll get back to you as soon as we can. So thank you, have a good week, and see you next week. Hoot hoot.